Hey, so I'm just driving and, I had this thought come to mind. So I thought I'd just get it out there because, I really was just thinking about, what went on when I really started battling depression. I started battling depression in my late teenage years when we first moved to Florida. I don't know if it was just triggered by a move or I don't know what happened, but I was completely bedbound. Would go to school and sleep through it all, get drunk in class. I had a problem, and if anybody's, I'm not special. If anybody's been in despair like that and depression, you know what it's like. But I was really thinking about the whole having a child and how that changes everything, because I was on a medication for 10 years and I went through stuff in that 10 years, and I wasn't affected like I was having a child. So maybe it was hormonally, or maybe it was the conditions of which what happened to my child in childbirth was very traumatic, and I completely shut down for my child because of it. I thought I was going to lose him, so I basically said to the doctor, is he going to live or die? And I just shut down. But once he overcame that, and we had to go to physical therapy. It was just, it was a rough start. It was a very rough start, and there's really, I could understand why I would develop, postpartum depression. But what I had, and what I didn't get treatment with, what I believe I had, of course I wasn't diagnosed by a medical professional, but I believe I had postpartum psychosis, because I was at the point where I would look at my balcony and want to jump off. I wanted to run away. I would look at my child, and he had the outlet on because his dad was very, overprotective of him because of my lack of, what was going on, and, self-awareness or anything. I would pull the sock off because I would just get so annoyed because it would come off. It would make sounds all night. I couldn't sleep. I had to be up for the feedings at night. So I just would take it off and just say, hey, if he dies, he dies. That is not normal. That is postpartum psychosis, I believe. Just saying, and thinking, okay, if my child dies, oh well. And, that comes from a lack of sleep. That comes from, a lack of support. It comes from a lot of things. And, it was kind of hard getting support from both of our families at the time, because of just what was going on, the family situations. It was not a typical situation where you can ask your family for help. So, we struggled with that, and, and I struggled a lot when I went back to work. I was on 1 hour of sleep maybe a night. And then I turned to this natural substance, which, somebody had told me about that helped them. And I went to the extreme with it. It was called kratom. It gave me energy. I thought I could function on the no sleep and but it did make me crazy, and I got addicted to it. It's a very addictive substance. It's similar to an opiate. So it's easy to get addicted to. I would say I have an addictive personality. I don't take anything that's not prescribed to me right now, and of course I am in the middle of a slow detox. I mean, the point of this is, like, there's no reason anybody should doubt, like, the power of postpartum psychosis, or make somebody feel bad for feeling those feelings or thinking those things, because they're not normal thoughts. That's not a normal thought that a mother should have. And the guilt associated with it alone is just agonizing after you come out of it. At this point in my life, I still don't believe I'm healed from my postpartum depression, and that is because I put it off for so long, and I covered it up, and I thought I could handle it on my own, and obviously I couldn't. So, you know, I'm doing what I need to do now. In 2019, I had enough of the kratom. I probably almost had a seizure. I probably could have died from that damn stuff, because I was mixing it with my medication as well. So there have been reports of people dying. They say you can't overdose because you'll get a stomach ache. I didn't get a stomach ache. I never got a stomach ache from that stuff. Maybe the first time I tried it, but I'm not, like, weak in the stomach at all. So yeah, I definitely think that there was some close encounters of overdosing on that, and that would be a very sad way to die. So I'm very glad that didn't happen. So I quit cold turkey. I knew that was the only way, and I checked myself into Circles of Care, worst experience of my life. Please don't ever go there. But now I'm taking the proper steps, like, outside, you know, care, like outpatient care, and I have a lot. I have my mom, who is my biggest supporter, and she is supporting me through this whole process. Luckily, I was able to find free counseling, free psychiatric care. You know, I'm working with a lawyer pro bono right now until the disability gets settled. And if I don't get it, then I don't get it, and, you know, I'll have to figure out life. But as far as it goes, like, right now, my medication is really helping me mentally, but not eating wise. I'm on Paxil, so it's really triggering my eating disorder. So it's kind of like a balance. So now I have to do a lot of cognitive behavioral therapy about that, because that is a big issue. You know, that's a deadly disease. So, and I want to live a long, prosperous life for my son. I want to, you know, start doing the right things in my life, and I just want to emphasize, like, if you are a new mother, if you are dealing with postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis, you know, you're not alone. Those feelings are abnormal, but they're normal during that process, and it needs to be addressed, because if it's not, it will be an ongoing issue. Like, people will say to me all the time, oh, that was 4 years ago, what the heck, get over it. Like, no, if it's not treated, it will go on. And I still have problems with connecting with my child. I mean, it's better now, but, like, it's a slower process, and especially now that I only see him you know, certain times of the week. So just get it done now. Like, your baby's life depends on it. Like, I know it feels like, oh, you have to put your baby first, you have to take care of their needs. No, find support and get yourself help, because it will improve everything with your child and the upbringing of your child. I feel like I've wasted 4 years because I didn't get help. And you know, that really guilt-riddens me. So I'm trying not to, you know, be guilty over it, because I am fixing it now. I'm doing the right things, so I can't fight with myself in my head about, you know, me screwing up, because I did screw up. But everybody screws up, and I'll screw up again. But you know, I have the tools to correct those things, and I just hope that all the mothers out there can really see that it's just night and day if you really put the effort into yourself for your child's sake. And don't let anybody bring you down. Like, seriously, don't let anybody say, you know, anything about it. Like, it's just ignore them, because they do not know what they're talking about. They probably had a whole different situation that happened to them, and they don't understand. And you know, who cares? Who cares? Who cares what they think? Just do it for you. Do it for your child. Do it for your relationship, because, you know, my relationship was ruined, but, you know, that's fine, you know. My relationship with my son cannot be ruined. That's the big part. You know, if somebody's not willing to stick around with you during your worst times, then they're not worth your time anyway. So thank you. So you know, we're gonna do co-parent counseling. I made the steps, and I called, and I'm arranging everything, and that's gonna be the easier way of the two routes we can go. And it's going to be the best route for our child. So I'm just hoping everything works out, everything's peaceful, we can come to a peaceful conclusion, and you know, start new lives and have a great life for our son. And all right, I made it to my destination, and I'm gonna go. Thank you. Have a great day.